Here's our current situation. Marolt with 42 minutes 13.10, an average speed 44.3. Li Yu in second, Andrei Belianin in third. Jadian Neves, 19-year-old from Trinidad and Tobago. I had a little chat to him the other day. He was looking forward to riding this time trial. So let's see how Jadian Neves goes. Got the aero bars on his normal road bike, so at least he's able to get into that aero tuck. Here is Adam Gross. Hector Alvarez has just started. Adam Gross of Slovakia gets going now. 21. Where's number 21, Adam Gross? This is Gadulovic of Poland coming up to catch the rider who started 2 places in front of him. So he's catched Jadian Neves now. Goes straight past him as though he's standing still. Jadian Neves just has to concentrate on his job in hand. Already out on the course, Hector Alvarez of the Lidl Trek Future Racing team. He just started a few moments ago. I think Gadulovic has just gone through the first split with the fastest time. So this rider is flying now, 42.5 kilometers an hour. He's faster than Marolt. Pasembe is still in third. Marolt is still leading at 19k and at 26. But this rider, tall, powerful, looks good. Let's see whether he can produce one of the fastest times this afternoon. At the moment, 21 years of age, has ridden for the Vendée team, their club team. Was with them for 2 years, the Vendée team. Maybe looking now for to be in a shop window for a possible contract with a bigger squads. He's ridden the Tour of Poland this year. He's ridden a number of different big races. Tour of Turkey he rode as well. So he's quite consistent in his performances. He's starting to get a little bit noticed. Comes from Warsaw as he just pushes himself back in the saddle a little bit. Very kind of dynamic style, trying to be as far forward in that saddle as he possibly can. This is Gadulovic at the second intermediate split now. See how he does. He's going quick, isn't he? He's found even more speed. Well, this is a really impressive ride. This might be the surprise of the entire afternoon. Well, he goes through and he is absolutely shifting. Gadulovic, 44.6 kilometers an hour, 1 minute 40 seconds faster than any other rider. This is a little unexpected, and we just get an update here that Jarno Wiedar didn't start. the Belgian rider. There was a little bit of a rumour overnight he wasn't going to start. This is Zach Marriage. Zach Marriage gets going, comes from Adelaide in Australia. He's been riding for Team Bridgelane and then 7-Eleven Click, which is a Philippines team. Goes out of that situation, turns left. Winner of the Tour of Benin in 2025, Zach Marriage. Rode the Tour of Britain recently. Just ridden the Tour de l'Avenir as well, and rode the Tour of Portugal, where he finished 6th on a stage in Mondim de Basto. Winner of a stage of the Tour of Benin, stage number 6. He took that victory. So Zach Marriage, let's see how he does out here on the course. Just to bring you up to speed then, at the first 2 splits, Gadulovic leads. He hasn't reached the 3rd split there. Marault has taken the fastest time so far at 26.6 kilometres, and Marault is in the hot seat just opposite me on the stage. Zach Marriage settling down. Gadulovic is only 10 kilometres to go. Picking up some speed, isn't he? Is this rider going to shock everyone this afternoon? There's no doubt he's on great form. You just see the way he's riding. Lovely style on the bike, spinning out, massive dinner plate on. This is Zach Marriage, we'll go back to him. He's into the early stages of this ride. He'll just be kind of calming down the body, getting himself relaxed, dealing with the pressure, dealing with the breathing, which will be hurting. As we go back to Mansour Bissambe. He's not going to be the fastest rider here, but he's the 2nd fastest at 26.6 kilometres, catching the rider in front of him. A rider who's way started in front of him, Emmanuel Sessi. So Mansour Bissambe. The last little dregs of energy coming out now. Bissambe is almost at the finish. The finish of the Kazakh rider, Mansour Bissambe, 4th fastest time. Great performance by him. Lost some time on the run-in.
The best experience was that
some riders are losing a fair amount of time in that 3rd and final phase.
So yeah.
Are you planning to come back just after the race?
Yeah, for sure.
You're most welcome every day.
Our next rider is on the start ramp. This looks like Jonas Walton of Canada. Jonas Walton is underway. That's for Project Echelon Racing. He's finished 3rd in the Chrono de Nation in his career in 2023. And that's a great time trial. 2nd in the Canadian Time Trial Championships. And Zach Marriage leans the bike over flat out through that turn. Starting to see some really high speeds in some of these corners now for these riders. Zach Marriage, that's the progression on the right hand side as to where he's heading. Out to the tea plantations. Here's the current standings. Giacomo leads 43.4 seconds ahead of Liu, with Belianin in 3rd place. Zach Marriage leaning that bike into the right-hander. Looks strong, doesn't he, this afternoon? He's picking some speed up. Certainly not shifting off a lot of speed when he goes into these turns. He's obviously had a recon of this course carefully because he seems to know the turns very, very well. It's all about knowing the contours, the turns, the twists that are in here. A bit of like a story ahead of you. You've just got to flick through the chapters. This is Usama Abdella Mamouni, 6th fastest time.
At this moment, position 6, 1:44.
Out on the course with Zach Marriage. Let's see what he's doing when he gets to the first of the intermediate splits. New 2nd fastest time at the first intermediate split for Fitzka of Germany. Since the arrival of Joshua Dyke, the South African rider, riding up towards intermediate split number 2. See how he does when he gets there. He's a couple of minutes behind Gadulovic, who is riding an exceptional time trial so far. Josh Dyke goes through. 5th fastest time, very respectable time for the South African. This is Mohammed Al-Mutawi of the UAE. Now he's improving all the time. UAE, of course, will host the World Championships in a couple of years' time. Matawi is riding for UAE Team Emirates Generation Z. He rode for the Abu Dhabi Cycling Club before. 21 years of age. Back here with Zach Marriage, 8.5 minutes into his ride. But Mohammed Al-Matawi here in the top 15 riders in this individual time trial. He's had some wins this season. He won the Dauphin Classic. He's the national champion of the road race and the time trial, and the Asian champion under 23 as well. 6th on a stage of the Tour of Sharjah, which was an individual time trial. So a good rider, Mohammed Al-Matawi. Born in Dubai. We'll see how he does on the course. So Gadulovic is the fastest rider at 10.6. Hector Alvarez has just gone through with the 2nd fastest time, 41.773 kilometres an hour. And Paul Fitzka's in 3rd place. We look at the BK Arena there on the left-hand side, and we've enjoyed being inside there during this couple of days of racing. Another South African rider starts, Pedri Kroos. Zach Marriage onto the climb. Pedri Kroos comes from Johannesburg. He's out on the course now. Zach Marriage sprinting up this climb. The time to beat at the top is 14 minutes 57.23. At the finish, it's Giacomo who still leads out of Li Yu and Belianin of the neutral athletes team. Gudulovic leads all three splits. He's coming up towards the finish line now. Giacomo is second overall at two of the splits. Hector Alvarez is now making a bit of an advance out on the course. Zach Marriage continues with his advance on this particular course up the hill, 22.2 kilometers to go. He'll reach the split with 20.6 to go. The Argentinian rider, Mateo Caliman. Now, can he produce something here this afternoon? There's some people who say this is the rider. Pan American individual time trial champion, national time trial champion. Was disqualified from the Pan American Youth Games recently. Didn't finish the National Road Race Championships, but before that, 2 wins. This is Comanche coming to the finish now. His teammate is in the hot seat, Giacomo. Giacomo leads as his teammate finishes, and his time is going to be 9th fastest so far.
Right now, top 10, position 9 at the moment.
And this to thank all.
Here is the rider who has been setting some incredible rides along this course. Gudulovic may well surprise this entire field. He is absolutely flying. This rider was not on the names of anyone's list, but somehow he has produced one of the most exceptional performances. His average speed at the third split, 49.2 kilometers an hour. This rider is going to blitz the time of Giacomo by what, 2 minutes by the looks of things. Mateusz Gudulovic, this is an exceptional performance this afternoon. This Polish rider is about to be in the hot seat, and it could be for a long, long time. Mateusz Gudulovic, what a ride by this 21-year-old Pole. Smashes the time into the hot seat. Gudulovic leads for how long? This could be a long, long time in the hot seat. That's incredible. His average speed, 46.941 kilometers an hour. This is going to be a ride that's going to be hard to beat. Paul Fietske comes up to the second intermediate split. He's going to be nearly a minute down on Gudulovic. Just over a minute down by the looks of things. Paul Fietske, second fastest time. This is Zach Marriage coming up to that intermediate split. We'll see how he's doing. Once he gets there, we'll be able to get an indication of how well this rider has ridden so far. We're only about 100 meters now from that split. You can see it just in front of him. and he'll go round the turn. Then for the first time in a while, he'll get some respite. The rider in front of him has just gone down the descent. Zach Marriage not on par with Gadulovic, but then nobody is. Zach Marriage comes up to the intermediate split now, goes through. 5th fastest time for Australia. Start of the next rider for Switzerland, Jan Huber. Jan Huber gets started. Mohamed Al Motawi, Asian champion, UAE champion, tucked in, head right down as you can see. He's got a nice style, absolutely drilled on that bike. Look at the way he's set up, riding on one of the UAE Team Emirates bikes as part of that Generation Z squad. There's no doubt at some point one of these UAE riders is going to produce a World Championship medal performance. I have no doubt about it. The reason why is the setup they now have in the UAE. It is beyond comprehension just how much investment this country has made in world cycling and how much they are trying to develop a rider or riders who can compete at the very highest level. You go to facilities they've got in Abu Dhabi and you will be blown away. Al-Motawi continues with this momentum. Let's see whether he has got the power up this climb, because that's where he will suffer. He's really shown great improvements recently and he's starting to look good out here on the course. So just to update, Gadulovic is currently the fastest rider at every split and now in the hot seat at the finish line. Back to the start of the next rider. This is the German, Louis Liedatz. The top 10 riders now starting.